Hey, so I think today's 67, day 67. I have no idea. I think I've lost track somewhere along the way. Um, but uh, I posted up some food last night that I had, as well as my reading from my glucose monitor. Um, and a friend of mine um, tried to call me. So everybody, my small group of following of people, um, this kind of is directed at Wes. The problem I have is that Wes is at home in Hawaii, where I'm from, and I'm in Puerto Rico, which is a 6 hour difference. So when right now it's 6 a.m. I've gone to the gym. I still wake up at 4 when I'm in Puerto Rico, same as I do when I'm at home in Hawaii. Um, and when I'm up in the morning and working, um, Hawaii's still sleeping till about noon or so. So when I get off of work, it's people are just getting to work, and when they're done with work, I'm just about ready to go to bed. So I'm gonna miss all the time. So um, this is kind of directed a little bit more at Wes than it is anybody else, but. um, But so what we have is Wes is having a little bit of a raised insulin level, raised glucose level, and really what needs to be said is that it's not so much a glucose problem as it is an insulin problem. And the insulin is supposed to take the glucose and drag it into the cells and do all of that, but the more insulin you have in your body and that you've created, the more insulin resistance you create as well. So it's kind of strange that at one point they start, because people's insulin levels have been so high for so long, that either their body stops making insulin and they become kind of more like type 1 diabetic and they need insulin. And for others, they keep pushing more insulin, so you can take glucose and push it into cells, but it doesn't work like. It's more of a hormonal imbalance than it is a metabolic imbalance. So what I've been doing for intermittent fasting was trying to get my glucose levels down. But several months ago, I through a handful of research on my own, I realized what I really need to get down instead of the glucose is the insulin. Get the insulin down, and it'll help you keep the glucose down. It'll make your blood. It'll. What am I trying to say? When you have when the insulin level comes down, you're able to burn fat, and you're also not having such high glucose is really what it turns out to be. And don't tell Stuart, because but Stuart's been treating my glucose. Stuart's another classmate of ours, so Stuart's been treating my glucose, but not my insulin. And he had me up to 4 very specific diabetes medicines, and it was enough for me. I can't do it. I mean, I can, but it makes no sense to me. And really, what's been more so than a low carb, high fat diet, it's been, I'm sure what's worked for me is the intermittent fasting and going to 1 meal a day or less, 1 meal a day. And then when I can, I've been in Puerto Rico for 4 or 5 months. And I promised Lisa I wouldn't do fasts that were real long, because nobody's really keeping an eye on me out here, which means I can do fun things and crazy things when I want to sometimes. and that's for me, that's kind of a fun and crazy thing is longer fast. And so I can do a 48-hour fast, and that for me, and I'm monitoring my blood the whole time. That for me has been the thing that's been lowering my blood glucose, but not having food in the system is not pushing my insulin up, so it's kind of keeping that sucker down. So they just come down at the same time. And I mean, I'm sure we'll have more questions, but it's only Tuesday. I'm not really going to be able to talk to you, Wes, until maybe the weekend or something like that, unless we can sort of arrange a time. But yeah, I would love to talk to you and tell you what's going on and what I've been doing. And thanks for everybody else for just kind of hanging in there. Today's going to be an OMAD day. I'm certain of it. So wish me luck. I don't need any luck, but it's fun. Anyway, thanks.